Hey there, lovely friends. Welcome to video number 5, our Christmas Products Revisited series. So this is the last one, and I'm kind of going back to greens, but I will be adding some browns as well. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I have this paper, and I've kept it for a long time because I just love all the numbers, but I haven't used it in years, so I figured I'm just gonna do my typical thing when I have a single-sided paper, pattern paper, and I don't like the other design. I'm just gonna use the back side and use it as a white cardstock. It kind of makes me feel sad that I won't be able to use all those numbers, but again, I reminded myself that Grace, you've had this in your stash for at least 5 years and you haven't used this particular paper, so just let it go. And that's what I'm doing here. And because I have browns and greens in mind, I am doing a nature type of layout. These are pictures of a hike that my husband and I did in 2018. Now, this particular hike is one of our favorites, and we've gone on this hike a few more times after these photos were taken, but I just wanted to document this particular time of going on a hike. Now, because this is a nature theme, I went and to Pinterest because that's where I get a lot of my ideas, a lot of inspirations there. So I went over there and just typed up nature layouts, and I found some really cute layouts that had mountains as an accent, and I thought, oh, that will be really cute to do, especially with the greens and the browns in my stash. And so that's what I'm doing here. I am just making some triangles to act as my mountains, and then I'm also going to be adding a little bit of hint of brown, and then creating or putting my photos and my journaling and title on the top. And I really liked how this turned out. And sometimes I get stuck with my squares and my rectangles or even my circles, but I forget that triangles are a good shape to play with when it comes to creating layouts as well. So again, I'm just cutting all of these as triangles. Initially, I thought, oh, I wanted to make my triangles perfect. And so I was measuring them, trying to make sure that I am cutting in the center to make my tip, and then going from that tip to the edge of my rectangle, but I just got bored with that, so I ended up just kind of free cutting it. Now I have 5 here that are all green, and I'm going to go through my stash and find something that will be good to add. Now initially I wanted to add some of this yellow green, but it was too skinny, and I'm going to end up not using that one. See, it's too skinny to be a mountain, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm going to chuck that one. But first I was gonna see, well, maybe if I can use just a little piece of it, but no, I ended up not using it. And I know that nothing is adhered, so everything is moving around, but that's how my process is. I like to kind of see the finished product before committing to to anything being adhered, just so that I can move things around if I don't like what I am seeing. So now I have this brown one. It has brown and reds in there, and I'm just going to cut this particular paper into 3 parts and then create triangles with that and kind of sprinkle that around. So I am on my last one, and I'm not gonna have you see me do all of this on camera, like adhere everything, but I'm just gonna show you what it kind of looks like. I will be moving that around just because it felt like the 2 browns were too close together, and moving that, and I really like how this turned out. And it's just going to be I'm going to have a mental reminder to do more mountain scenes in the future. So now that everything is adhered, I did trim that 3x4 photos. I think I trimmed each one half an inch, just so that they will all fit in that white paper, and also so that there's like border in between. I like that there's space in between them. It just makes it look nice and neat. So I'm I am blah 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 adhering this white piece of paper onto the brown cardstock. I did got that brown as well. And then for the single horizontal photo, I matted that with red and green, but I chose the red that's not too Christmassy and the green that's not too Christmassy as well. Now I have this cut file that says hello. My idea was that to say hello nature, and that the nature will go underneath it, but there was not enough space to fit the nature as well as the strips of journaling, so I ended up having the nature on kind of overlapping that hello. And if I were to do that again, I would just put the journaling strips a little bit lower, maybe even place it over the photos, because I really feel like the nature should have been on the bottom of the hello. Oh well. So now I've pulled out some die cuts from my die cut book, and I'm just going to adhere little bits and pieces here that I found that would be cute to add to this. I found this tree, which would be nice because it's a nature type of layout, and also because there's a space between that photo and the hello, and that was just a perfect spot. Now, as you can see, I was pointing that there is a space underneath that brown triangle. Remember, I'm using scraps here, so I don't have any more of that paper. So to cover up that space in between, I decided to grab some blues from that particular Christmas stash and make some clouds with it. So I punched out three. It just happened that I punch out three from that small piece of scrap, and then I am just trying to figure out to where to place the other two. I know that I need to place one right there in the opening, or that space where you can see the whites, but I wanted to make sure that I scattered the other clouds as well. Also, it will show that the clouds were intentional, even though really I just wanted to cover up that space. So I found some word strips like The Good Life and Hello Sunshine, and then I also found this yellow one, something about sunshine. I can't remember what it said. Now, it was a summer themed piece and it was yellow, so I debated to incorporate that in this layout because there's no other yellows in here, but I felt like the yellow and the word sunshine actually mimics the sun, and so I ended up adding that there, even though there's no other yellows in this layout. So let me know in the description box below, did you guys like this particular series? Did you guys get some information, some good tips on how you can use your own stash? And I would love to know what you thought about this. And if you have any ideas for future series, make sure to leave that in the comments section below. And I will catch you guys in another day. If you like these videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I am considered a small channel and would love to have my channel grow. So if you have the time, if you know of people that would like what I do, please share my channel and what I do with them. And I would so appreciate it. And I will catch you guys another day. Bye.